a look at the person next to you. Yeah. Look deep into their eyes. Observe what features of them are the same as you. What is different? Who do you see? You see a person. Now, that should be a really obvious statement. People are people. But sometimes people can forget the simple fact. They fear strangers. They fear differences. And so today, I would like to share with you my biggest takeaway from my service experience at my school. For about 2 years, I have been a leader of the service club DSK, which my friend Amelia and I founded in 10th grade. Basically, we meet a group of 10 to 15 children from Insan Anugerah, which is a local school in Jakarta that specializes in children with IDD, which stands for intellectual and developmental disabilities. So the Insan Anugerah kids and the DSK volunteers would get together every week to do activities like cooking, crafts, or sports. About 2 years ago, when we had first decided to begin this club, I was obviously very excited. This was the first time I was the leader of any student organization, let alone a service organization. So this was a new experience for me, and I was getting pumped for our first session. But one thing was bothering me in the back of my mind. These kids, who I had never met before in my life, had Down syndrome. Now, I did not know anyone with Down syndrome personally before, and in my 11 years of education, I had never really learned about disabilities. So I did not know what to do or what activities would be good for the children, and I was not confident. It wasn't that I expected less from these children than I would have from any other group of children. It was just that I had no idea what to expect. Then came the day when DSK had their activities for the first time. The first few sessions were slightly awkward. We didn't know each other that well, and a lot of people didn't be too sure on what to do. However, there was some interaction between the kids and the DSK volunteers, and people did show up every week. And so the weekly meetings went on. After a few more sessions, however, Amelia, the co-founder, and I started seeing a change. First of all, the atmosphere seemed to be much brighter and more comfortable. People were laughing and actually having fun. Moreover, there was more of an established relationship between the DSK volunteers and Insan Anugerah kids. It had gotten past the stage of getting to learn each other's names. Now people were chatting and making personal connections. The kids would also say hi, talk to us, show us the crafts they made. I felt that I knew the children personally very well, and I hadn't even realized how comfortable I had become around them. And our friendship developed like any other friendship would have. The kids, they all had different personalities and different skills, and although they could technically all be categorized as Down syndrome, the reality was that each individual child was so different from the next. This made me realize that the kids who I thought I would have a hard time building a relationship with were people, just like me. And if I approached them with a genuine heart, I could build relationships with them and get to learn so much more about them. So, what did I learn? They smile a lot. They are full of love and happiness, and they share this with you through their constant smile and laughter. They also love talking to you, getting your attention, and bragging to you about the crafts they made. And dancing is their most favorite thing in the world. So, what can you do? How do you behave in front of an IDD person? What makes them comfortable? Here are 3 easy tips for you to remember. Number 1, if you're comfortable, then they would also be comfortable. So relax. Number 2, smile and be friendly. And number 3, try to have fun together. Now, you can use these tips not only when talking to a person with IDD, but also when talking to anyone who's a stranger. Don't fear your difference. Don't be shy. Be nice and try to be a buddy. Remember that they're human too, and stay comfortable around them. Eventually, you will see that you can build great friendships and get to learn so much more about the people around you. In closing, I would like everyone, again, to look at the person next to you. Maybe that's a stranger. Look deep into their eyes, and you will see that they are people. Smile and shake hands. So, these people, they're not so different from you. So remember that the next time you talk to them. So, are you still strangers? Maybe not. Thank you.